I hope everybody's doing great. Hope everybody, um, uh, it's been a little bit since my last live stream. I have been really, really busy, and not just actually work has calmed down, which I'm kind of happy about. But I have been very busy trying to figure out how to do everything. I'm drawing again. Um, I am writing a song. I am drawing a comic strip plus writing it. Um, well, I should say I've written a comic strip and I need to draw it. So I'm doing that. I am creating a VTuber model. Um, I am eventually, and I'm kind of little leery of um, starting to switch it over to computer, but that seems to be the method that or the medium that I need to be drawing in, and it's interesting. I got lots of different. I've already broken things up into different parts on how I want to do it and how I want things to happen. And so it's coming along. It I think that I'm being very ambitious, so I'm going to try to start as simply as possible and work my way up to the more complex stuff, because in order to have what I see as my end goal, I need to basically have a really good and very firm, solid foundation. So that's coming along. Turning it into a PNG, I think that's really that's going to be very easy to do, and having it react. I think I I really have to get into figuring out how that whole thing works, but it's going to be rudimentary rigging, I guess, is the best way to put it, so that it I can have it react to my voice and commands. So we'll see how that works. Tentatively, as of right now, the schedule for January 31st is going to be a dual, both YouTube, live YouTube with live Twitch, and I encourage everybody, if you haven't followed me already on Twitch, I definitely encourage you to go to Twitch and, see what's up with that and how that's progressing. I am probably, I did do a reveal of what I want in Discord, but I'm probably going to be doing some teaser stuff, on Twitch, not on Twitch, on there will be some teasers on Twitch, but on Twitter, I might be doing some kind of like this is what's coming up, and I it's progressing. Everything's progressing. I have the song, the music that I got. I actually think I went a little too deep, and and even still. And one of the problems that I'm having is that I stopped following the music. And as somebody who told me that I didn't write the music, so I should write the lyrics for the music, and not write the lyrics what I want them to be. So I'm going to. It's not going through rewrites, but it's going to, because I originally wrote down, write to, the lyrics for the music, and I have that. So it's not like I'm going to be rewriting it. I'm just going to be converting back and stop trying to go further with it, and be happy with the way it came out as it is. It is, like I said, it was a little more emotional, musically, than I was prepared for. Um, the the next one, that the next bit of music that he's promising me is a little bit more lively and a little more fun. Is probably the better way to put it. And so I hope that's a really good job with this, and we'll go to the fun. I will. The idea behind what I see with the music, I will shoot that over to him and see what he thinks about it, and we will have it like that. I had very happy. Pretty much like I said, the community, or I should say, the communities that I'm involved with, have all been very, very, very supportive. Have all been very encouraging, and I have seen um, some. I've seen people with some really, really, really nice growth into what they're doing, and uh, I want to be. I don't know how to. I don't know how to tell people that, or how to encourage more of that. Without basically being like, I want that for you, and as opposed to, let's see where you go and you grow. And so I worry that I'm, maybe a distraction is probably a better word. I don't know. Um, but I've had conversations with people, um, and I don't have permission to use any of their names, and I didn't ask, and maybe I should at one point, because they might want the promotion, or they don't want the promotion. There's just a reason why I'm not going to say who's who and what's what. Um, but um, the you know talked about, like, where um, things the growth, and where you need, and um, I am in definitely not a unique situation. I'm definitely, we're you know, I have to admit, there's probably, hundreds, if not millions, of people as content creators who are not financially stable enough to basically um, do the things that they want to do, or have the equipment that they want to have. And I've been very fortunate to be where I'm at. Um, some of it is from years of working, fairly closely with the industry, and been breaking down. So I'm, I don't have the ability to replace it. I don't have the ability to even have it fixed. If it breaks down, it breaks down at this point. But money is extremely tight, and I'm hoping that the position with work that I put myself into hasn't hindered what my paychecks look like. It has definitely gotten to. I've definitely put myself in a position where there's a lot less stress, a lot less searching for work, a lot less, or trying to gain more hours, a lot less, lot less. It's nice to have my own space and my own thing, and progress that way. I'm very happy with it, but the proof of the change is going to be probably in my wallet and my paychecks, and it might be very, very tight for me for a little bit because of these choices that I've made. Definitely better in the long run. I was on complete and total burnout, and I was definitely not getting paid what I'm worth, and I definitely was not getting paid. I definitely did not feel valued. At least now, I definitely feel valued. I definitely feel that the work that I'm doing is making a difference, and I am not cleaning up other people's messes, which is one of the things that I was very happy with, because the messes that I was cleaning up, the people whose mess I was cleaning up, they were still getting whatever agreement and arrangement that they had, regardless of whether I helped or not. And I was looked at as a necessary, kind of a necessary evil, but they wanted to pay me as little as possible to have that fix in there, so that the other people could continue on doing what they were doing. There hasn't been an outcry. I'd like to think that there was an outcry of like, where's Sean? What's he doing? And why is he not here? But I know that that's not going to happen. I know that I am. They will just continue on without me, regardless of even the outcome. I think that was what. That was the. I think where my value, where I feel, why I felt so undervalued. The reason I felt so undervalued or not valuable at all or worthless even in my work is because they did know that that everything won't crumble if Sean doesn't show up. And this is I was more looked upon as a nice relief to their stress, which stressing me out and calling me in and or scheduling me, and I show up and I'm not needed. That whole thing had to go. It was just not good for my health, not good for my mental well-being, and And then the work that I actually did do, it just, like I said, I wasn't appreciated at all. I was literally looked upon as, yes, there were some people that actually thanked me, for coming in and helping out, and you got me in a pinch, thanks for pinching, doing that, and I continued to do that, and it was looked upon as a given, that if we get into trouble, Sean will be there. Well, now it's now like I said, I changed my position, changed my availability, that if I am needed like that, I can't do it. And hence, look at me, I got today off. And not only do I have today off, I have tomorrow off because it's Indigenous People Day. And I normally would not have either of these days off. I normally would be working these days, and I could be working 2 hours, I could be working 6 hours, I could be working 12 hours. I don't know, I would never know what type of situation I was walking into. And again, when I'm looking for work and needing the work, um, and walking into a situation where there's only, like, for example, a half day, a 4 hour day, um, I I can't survive on that. And the gas and the travel time and all the other stuff, all the other expenses that go into that, definitely play a huge role into how that is set up. And like, that's where I'm at right now. But again, this is drastic. This is very different than what they would, or than what's expected of me. My workload has definitely, my workload is probably about half of what it was. And that doesn't include the calls and the phone calls. And like I said, I thought I had a day off, but they call me up and they bring me in, or I thought I was working, scheduled and everything, and I show up and there's no work for me. And that's happened several times, and not not a pleasant experience when those things happen either way. Because it's still the effort and the um, nobody I don't get paid for my travel time. Um, I don't get paid for my phone calls. I don't get paid to use my phone. They don't pay for my phone. I pay for my phone. That's an expense on me that I'm using for them. And it's truth of the matter is it's not right. It's actually wrong. And I wish there was a mechanism in place to compensate me for that, and they're supposed to be, but because they know they can't, because they know they don't have to use it, they won't use it. Even if I remind them that this is what I expect, I'm ignored, and um, I I have definitely made waves. I have definitely been turbulent. I have definitely, taken a stand and everything like that. And the reward that I got for, being my own self and, trying to stick up for myself is I didn't get paid. I didn't get paid for getting the shot when I got, was freaking sick, which they were supposed to pay me, and it wasn't out of their money. The government offered money for people who were out for COVID reasons, and I didn't get paid. I didn't get paid. Well, truth is, I got paid for one day out of a week, And that paying for that one day out of the week hurt my paycheck, hurt everything, and I am still recovering from that. And they still, and I firmly believe this because that when they told me it, but I still believe that they actually still believe that they haven't done me any harm. I actually believe that they think that they've done everything right by me. Even when I'm upset, you know, when I'm upset by things, it's literally how fast can we calm Sean down so that Sean will continue to do what he's doing. And because my nature is basically I look to get the work done, and to do it to the best of my ability always. And they abuse that. They abuse that part of me so much. Instead of rewarding it, they try to tear it down. Like I said, it is to the point of abuse. And even though I'm now currently in a better situation, I am probably, I'm probably, feeling the effects of the PTSD from all of the times that I've been screwed over by my company. And I just, I don't trust them. I don't trust them. I don't trust them as far as they can throw them. And when they don't come through with something, when they come through with something, I am shocked. But when they don't come through with things that they say or promise or, tell me is the way, and, because that happens more often than not, that they say one thing and, another thing is going on. And I know that in some instances it's because that's what they're hoping for. Well, they're hoping for the best is not reality. It's not what is the best, and it's not what's going to happen. And I would rather you tell me what's going to happen so I can be upset by that without being upset with you. And when promises are made, I'm now upset with the person who made the promise that didn't come true, as opposed to the situation or the other factors that are involved. And you have to tell me, like, this is hinged upon them. This is hinged upon that entity, because then I can be upset with that entity and I can actually, focus my attention to the right person. But when somebody says, and I say you, when somebody says to me, that they're going to do something or something is going to happen, I'm relying on them to do their part. And when it doesn't happen, even if it's somebody else's fault, I was relying on you to do your part. And that's the big difference between, how to treat your employees well and wishful thinking. But this has all started because of where I am financially. And where I am financially, I am, here I am talking about recovering from not getting paid for COVID. But the truth of the matter is that I haven't recovered from the loss of wages or the fact that they did not pay me for work that I did do, from now 6-7 years ago. This isn't like I said, this isn't new. And I'm still fighting, tooth and nail to pull myself out of debt and, keep my head above water and do all those other things. And, things like this, or supporting streamers, or supporting, buying, extra things that I want and like, and, want to have, or just something that makes me feel human. I mean, it's come to the point where, like, going out to eat is like I ordered pizza like the other week. That's like it. That makes me feel like a human being again. And I don't know. It shouldn't. It's selfish, but that's like for me. That's like so extra special in my life right now. And I know a lot of other people. I know I'm not alone. I know that a lot of other people are going through a very similar thing, and have to continually do the things that they have. Continually do the things that they have to do in order to do the things that they love to do. And I have to remind myself constantly, and this isn't I again, this isn't a new thing that I'm spouting out. I have to remind myself constantly that my job is not me. I'm doing my job because it's a job and they're giving me money, but that's not me. I have no creative outlet. I have no there's no drive, and for me as a person, there's no fulfillment. I have no job fulfillment. It's like what's that expression? If you can do something you love, and you earn a living off of doing something you love, you'll never work a day in your life, or something like that. I don't even know who made the quote, and I'm sorry, I'm not gonna look it up, but um, if you can do the thing you love, you'll never work a day in your life. Well, the truth of the matter is that I feel like I've worked at least 4 lifetimes. I've done the work of 4 lifetimes of people, because that's how much I freaking hate my job. It's how much I feel like I'm not doing it. Kiss, um, with in the lyrics of God gave rock and roll to you. It's never too late to work 9 to 5. You know what? You're right. It's never too late to work 9 to 5, and anybody can do that. And that's what I do, sort of. Um, but you know what the meaning I get from that song is that you should do the things you love, and if it doesn't work out, you can always go back to doing the things you don't do. That's just where I'm at right now. But I'm a little past that. I have done the things. I have had I've had work that um, I can safely say that it didn't feel like work, and it was very challenging and very time consuming, and I didn't take care of my health during those times, and all that fun stuff that goes along with it. Um, but um, I you know I probably would have shortened my life if I continued to do that. But much as I don't know that answer, it's something that I would have liked to have continuously done instead of doing what I'm doing now. That I'm saying work, what I'm getting paid for. That's as what I'm doing now. Streaming is definitely an outlet, and definitely something that I'm doing um, just because I need for me, for my mental stability, for my creative outlet, for to get back to doing what I actually do love, which is storytelling. And if I could figure a way um, to have storytelling be the thing that I do all the time, I would do that above all else. Um, the I just remember um, I've had harder times. I should say that. Um, this is definitely not the worst. This is definitely I'm definitely not in the worst situation. I am loved. I definitely have people who care about me and who are actively trying to see me succeed, and are not hindering my progression. Um, and they put up with a lot too. I I will admit I am not the easiest. I am not the easiest person, especially with sometimes the way my mind works. I could be going in, one direction and literally without even skipping a beat, just hop into another direction and not even, it's not even making a right turn or a left turn. It is going in one direction and literally almost like stopping and continuing on somewhere else. Like there are people in my life who have, you know, either learned to or basically just tolerate it. That about me, that aspect about me, and it is, I can see it as me being extremely difficult, and I never want to be that. But I can't help the way my mind works. I can't stop. And the more somebody wants me to change who I am or change the way I do things, the more disappointed, the um, more heartbreaking, I guess it is, and it's heartbreaking for me too. It's like I said, my nature my nature actually wants me to be helpful. My nature wants, you know, I don't want to be alone in this. I don't want to be, you know, carrying on the way I do. And um, I, I have to admit, I will never, right? Never say never, but as far as like expecting me to be just like any other streamer or anything that you see that's typical, I will never be that. This will always just be me. Um, I know that there might be some disappointment because people are looking for people who play games all the time, and it seems to be the huge trend. And I might end up playing games, but that's not going to probably ever be like the main staple of my streams. Main staple of my streams will probably, you're looking at it. This is probably not going to, it's not going to be much different than this. I will probably do sculpting. I'll probably do cooking. I'll probably do this. It could be anything. And, I know a lot of people, the first thing that they say when somebody asks them, what type of streamer are you? And it's variety. But I would say that I'm not variety, because whatever that variety is that people normally do, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to be your typical streamer ever, even when I become a VTuber. The main, like I said, reason I was talking about finances, the main reason that, and pretty much the only reason that I'm learning how to make my own VTuber model is not because that's what I want to be doing. It's I'm completely out of my depth in creating my own VTuber model. I don't know what to do. I don't even know the next steps. I'm just sketching out ideas and picking up tricks in the trade and reading all these manuals about, how to even draw. Forget about how to rig, and forget about how to set up. I don't even know how to do picture in picture, which I've tried like 15 times with my YouTube channel. And they have like, you have to go to OBS, and you have to go to this thing, or I can't even think of the name of the program that does picture in picture. But you instead of doing a regular live stream from the camera, that camera is in the program, and it's running the stream from the program, which basically shows your desktop, and that's it. And it seems like it's so simple. It's the concept's there. I know what it does. You direct um, you direct the stream, instead of it being directly from the camera. You direct it to the program that will display your desktop. And on your desktop, you put yourself in the corner, so that people have that picture, or you put yourself somewhere else, or you can even have it side by side. And then you have your whatever videos or whatever you're playing, games, anything like that. You can have it on, you can run it through Steam and have the Steam playing. But that's pretty much the concept. I think I have it. I don't have it. I don't know how to implement it. And I've tried several times, and not really coming up short is would mean that I was close. I'm still into, like, I know the concept. How do I implement it? And so far, I don't. The user friendliness of some of these things is not there, or I should say the variability, the ability to use it for me. This could be, second hat. This could be like breathing for some people, or drinking water. And this could be so simple that people are just get it, because most people might say that, like, oh, I don't even know how to do picture in picture yet. They think it's funny because here I am saying, oh yeah, I still haven't figured this part out. It was like for those of you who have gone to my Twitch channel, which obviously I haven't debuted yet. Obviously, there hasn't been any. I have no videos, obviously, because I haven't started streaming. I have my little thing of all the things that you progress through, and the only thing that hasn't been clicked on yet is going live. And I don't know how much. I don't know how much work there is to going live. I'm going to probably do a test for January 31st. But if January 31st and I don't go live on Twitch, I know that I can go live here. There is a and here I am contradicting myself, because my thank you video, if anybody's watched that, you'll see that I even said if I was a VTuber, and then again, no. I mean, it's actually a line that I wrote based on the Elton John song. But if anybody watched that, and it's definitely for you. If you watch it, and if you commented on any of my videos, you will definitely see that that I wrote that really for you. It is your song, and I do love you. I love everything that people do so far. I know that I pick on my troll on YouTube a lot, and I have to admit I've been very lucky. I've been very fortunate to the fact that whoever or whatever the troll is, I think it's a bot, hasn't gone through and been malicious. I've had other bots come in, and they are easy to dispose of. Obviously, writing comments and things like that is where I can do something about that. And it's one of the reasons why a lot of people who are malicious don't do that, because they can't handle being attacked, or generally showing that they are ignored, that their opinion or whatever that they're spamming at the time means so little that I will just get rid of it offhand. And that's happened a few times, and I have to admit I don't even think about those. That's why they don't even. That's why only my one disliker who clicks on dislikes all the videos. Only that person is the only thing I ever comment about, because it's something that I have no control over. Something that I can't see why they're disliking the video. And I do believe that if they go further, I could do things about it. If they did make a comment that, and just so everybody knows, if it really is your opinion, if it really is, how you feel about something that I did, I make no inferences about my singing abilities, that you aren't getting Justin Timberlake with me. I made no promises of anything like that. And if you were expecting Justin Timberlake, I mean, you could comment that, and you would definitely see me not what do you call it, respond harshly with actual true criticisms, or an actual true opinion about the music, or even this video. If you attack my character, that's a whole different thing. I don't know you, and you don't know me, and we can get into that argument all day long. But the content, or the work, or the creation, or the art, your opinion is your opinion, and I give you all the props and all, I think that you're very justified to have those opinions, even if hopefully they don't upset me. But it would really upset me if it was just attack on character. Like I said, you don't know me, and I don't know you, and maybe there's a reason why we need to keep it that way. But your opinion is your opinion, and I definitely respect it. And if there is a video that you do dislike, I mean, yes, click the dislike. The likes and dislikes mean they really truly mean nothing to me. Because if you dislike one of my videos, write a comment of why you dislike it, because then I can know. This is, for me, this is performance art. So I definitely don't expect everybody to get it, or to even understand it. And you could be the smartest person in the world, and this could be too simple. I could just be having simple thoughts about what I'm producing, and it could be too simple for you. And like I said, it doesn't. Some of my things have a lot, double meanings, or deeper meanings, or they go a lot further Unscripted is a little bit different than the other things, but the real performances, especially where the loud noise is concerned, that you all you have to do, all you have to do is like um, see how it works and how it combines with the other videos. Um, there's a learning curve that I'm working with. I am learning as I go. You watch the earlier videos posted because I felt that when I redid I think 4 videos. I think I did. Yeah, I redid 4 of my videos because of bad camera and bad mic and bad placement. But as you see, even the newer videos and some of the parodies and things like that, I had bad placement and bad, the mic was not in the proper place. It was too close to the speaker where the music's coming out, or too far away from the speaker where the music was coming out, and it didn't. Those things happen, and those happen in videos, and it's one of the more difficult things when you're doing only one take. If I was doing multiple takes, it's like I could actually see a daily and see where I need to improve and see where this is. And if it wasn't clear, my problem with doing a second take um, is um, my biggest problem with doing a second take is I would never produce that video. It's one of the main reasons I don't write down anything that I, especially live stream. You're not seeing me read off of anything. Of course the lyrics to Loud Noises is very scripted, but it's barely rehearsed and barely ready to go. I have I have actually practiced some of my parody songs more so, and I could have done all of them. I think with the exception of all the music videos, there's only one exception in all the videos that I could think of, and that exception is Rainbow Connection. Rainbow Connection is probably the closest one take video that I have to being absolutely perfect. There are a lot of problems with it if you break it down, but musically, my singing, everything like that, Rainbow Connection actually is probably the closest. And then a few other videos, especially the ones that people have, my favorites don't count in what I sang perfectly and everything like that. But even my last two parodies that I did, you can listen to them. But I definitely, excuse me, but I definitely there's definitely a drop in quality with those two, with my final videos. But you can see the growth. I can, if you can't, then I don't know. But I can only guide you to what you would see. You can definitely see that where I progressed as far as filming, as far as sound quality, as far as mic placement and things like that. You can definitely see that I've gotten to a comfortable point is probably the better way to do it, to where it's not too jarring. My singing ability, that I need to practice. I need to, the truth of the matter is that I really need to practice, the songs more before I do them. And I do have a few parody songs that I'd like to do. And I'm at the point where it's I can practice it up a little bit more before I shoot it, before I film it. Nothing is an immediate emergency. Um, when I was trying to do the videos constantly, because I thought this is what's going to happen. One VTuber stands out in all of it, and um, the sad part about it is I don't have time anymore. Our schedules are completely not divergent, but are on a completely different thing, and I try to catch her when I can, but it's only usually for like a few minutes, and I'm usually invested in watching somebody else. Um, that even when they do come on for a brief time before I either go to bed or go to work or am doing my own streams, um, it just it's where it's at right now, and I'm in an odd place because the community that they have is I had it held at such a high, way up on a pedestal, and I um I even months for months I even thought that if I was to build a community, I would build a community just like this. This is if I had what I want, this is what I want. And it was a very hard lesson to learn. And I'm not talking about the outliers. I'm not talking about the people that are basically just come in and are just damaging and stuff like that. I'm talking about some people who are the heart of the community and stuff like that. That they were wrangled, they were stifled, they were put in positions that I didn't think was. It's not that I'm not saying that they run the community wrong. They run the community the way they want to run it, and they do it exactly how they want to do it. And the end result, the what it looks like on the outside, me as an outsider, seeing this is not what I thought was happening on the inside. And it really made me realize that um, one, it's a business, and people have to, if this is what they're doing for their livelihood, they have to make money. They have to do it for money. Um, Two, there are ways of reaching people and um, touching on the things that they need to bring you in, but it's not necessarily what the community is based on or built upon. And I'm devastated. Devastated is not the word, and to say that I didn't shed a few tears over it. I shed a lot of tears over it. It completely broke my heart. And you know, absolutely, it's still still, even right now, it hurts when I think about it. And it's not what most people think. It's the fact that, you know, not the community was alive. The community is the community. It is, their community is, it's built upon a trust. It's built in a way that, serves a purpose. They have to have rules enforced. They have to have, things that they want. And the outliers and the misfits and the people like me, I think this is probably why it hurts me the most. The people who usually don't belong in situations. I mean, that the community is not her, you that community that I fell in love with is not that community. It needs a certain type. It needs a certain type of order. And like I said, it's also a business. And I think of things like that. I think of songs like Feel Good Incorporated. That's what it is. And like I said, not a lie. It's not fake. It's not offering. It's not even offering something that it's not providing. It's providing exactly what it wants. But for me, as a person, the square peg trying to fit into round holes, it is a round hole community. There, that's how to put it. Or I'm a round peg and it's a square hole, and I just don't fit, and I would never fit. And it's a very tough pill to swallow, when you think about it. I my feelings and the way I feel, in the past, they're all genuine. It's one of the main reasons that I haven't gone through and taken down the videos and my support and how much I adore everything that they've done. I mean, I might spend the second hour of this, talking about my journey, because I think my journey is interesting. It's an interesting story, and as with everything, it's complete total fiction, and we'll do it like that. But the realization that a community like that doesn't exist is probably what hurt me the most, and it affects because of my interaction with and being as close as I was to everybody, not just the streamer, but everybody in her community as well, and my absolute adoration. I believe that affects, and I hope I'm working really hard to not have it, not have that effect damage what could potentially be other communities that I'm involved with right now, and working with and adoring and enjoying and stuff like that, because I do want to be a part of it. I I am looking for um, a place, just a place where I belong. And you can talk about like what's going on in the real world and everything like that. And I had to carve out my own place. And the problem with carving out your own place is that it doesn't allow for a lot of people to see and enjoy, the who I am that I've been, working on and discovering. Um, I also don't get to see who other people are and enjoy them, and laugh and you know have camaraderie, and share similarities and be a part of things. My real world niche is at very many outlets to do this. Um, and that's why I kind of like make that joke about how this is fiction, because um, it's kind of like my protection. It kind of in my shield, I guess, is probably the better way to put it. And it shields me from you. And the biggest problem with that shield is that the moment you start doubting or stop believing, you might lose interest. And I'm okay with that. Um, I, I've also I also have to admit it's not garnered me. There's not a lot of people that will sit through hours of me just basically droning on about things and ideas and concepts and things like that. Um, they're not. This isn't what they're. This is not what they come here. This is not the stream you're looking for. Move along. But this is not what people come to hear. This is not. This is not. Nobody. They don't care about me. They care about their own fulfillment. And I it's taken me you know years. You see the start date of YouTube, and you realize like, oh yeah, he's had this stream. He's not just been not just been a YouTuber, going around looking at YouTube videos for now 8 years. I have not just That's not what I've been doing. I've been part of YouTube for many years. I even had my own account prior to this. You're going 10 years, 10, 15 years. I had my own streaming account before this. Like I said, it still exists, so it's still there. Maybe one of these days I'll link to it. But I set this up for a very specific reason to stream, and it's taken me 7 years before I even started it. Over 7 years before I even wanted to do it. From concept to where I am today. It's a long time of nothingness, and it's not has nothing It didn't even have to do with the fact that I had equipment. I had better equipment back then. Yeah, better things to do, better things to utilize than I have currently today. So I can't even blame the equipment. The fact that I didn't have the tools. I have more than enough tools and lighting systems that I could have used. That I don't have anymore. I had cameras and all sorts of things that I was going to be utilizing for my streaming. So it's like I said, I use the fact that this is fiction, this isn't real, as my shield. And I definitely think that maybe it definitely put a detriment. And it's like, for those, and it's going to weed out, and probably some really good people that I could have, as part of my community, but it's going to weed out a whole host of people. And most of those people, I don't even want them to be part of my life. So it's most of them. The sad thing about it is the people who could have potentially been, a part of what I'm trying to build and grow, and this, or just help me feel belong by them belonging. I Yeah, that's really what it boils down to, is that I I don't know if it's the right answer. I don't know if it's the right path. I mean, the answer is love. Well, we'll go with that. But the how you love is the answer isn't just love. The answer is, I have to be welcoming, and I hope people do get it. I hope the people who want to, as somebody just recently told me, want to be on this journey with me. I hope you're here. I watched another, she was a YouTuber before she switched to Twitch. I watched her, years ago. Not years ago, is probably a couple years ago, when I first found her, and I thought she was something really special. And my viewing, some of the big name streamers who started on YouTube, before switching to whatever platform that I watch them on now. But YouTube was this was my only outlet. I did not watch Twitch until this year. I did not even, and if I did watch Twitch, it was on this. I did not watch Instagram. I did not watch TikTok. I saw videos from that, and Reddit and all the other things that people have, or only, I've never seen OnlyFans. So I'm sorry if you have an OnlyFans and that's where you come from. But, if somebody was on YouTube or posted YouTube videos, not necessarily live, because I didn't watch a lot of live videos. I definitely watched a lot of clip streams and stuff like that, but I did see some live. Live videos is one of the reasons. Watching live videos is one of the reasons why I'm doing this right now. because I thought that that was just absolutely fascinating to me. That, you know, people, you can have a live video going and have chat and things like that. But my consumption has not always been VTubers. I mean, VTubers is, if I had to pick a guess, you know, say 5 years old. And I probably have only been really watching them for about 3 years. I keep having to remember that the freaking pandemic is 2 years old, and you know, so maybe 4 years. I've been watching VTubers. 2 years. It's been 2 years. Holy cow. Two years ago, this was an outbreak in China. Think about that. That's like insane to me. Or no, I don't think, you know, October. October, not yet. We're not yet. I think November is when the outbreak first happened, or when they discovered it was going on. But I definitely saw it definitely spreading, and I definitely saw it, you know, hitting our shores early and being an absolute disaster. But oh, they yeah, 2019. I've got it right. Yeah, 2019. October, November, late October is when it started. Then in November, it became, you know, more widely reported, and then in December it was starting to get spread around, and then as I remember, I was planning my birthday, and this thing was starting up, and my 50th birthday party. And I wasn't yet 49 yet. And I thought, okay, my 50th birthday is going to be the big one. I'll end up working my 49th birthday, which I ended up doing. Which I never worked my birthday, but I figured I needed the money, and I didn't, you know, I couldn't take the time off. And what a stupid move that was, because by the time my birthday rolled around, it was already, by the time my 50th birthday, which is a year of this whole pandemic happening, I knew that I knew that it was going to be a disaster. And with the government's lack of attention to it, or the downplaying of it, only made matters worse, and still are making matters worse. People still believe that their personal, whatever it's not even freaking personal freedom, their personal greed, is your ability to affect other people's freedom is your right. Your ability to take away other people's freedom to be safe and is what you believe that the Constitution protects. No, you can't harm people. You don't have a right to harm other people, ever. That's not freedom. It's just selfishness, and it goes beyond selfishness because you're harming yourself. I wish people would just be freaking Americans. I wish the people who are controlling that information that these people are getting fed will just basically apologize and tell them the truth, and so we can get this thing solved, and you can deal with how the vaccine has made you sick or anything like that, or the fact that you still get COVID when you have the vaccine, because the real science isn't telling you that it's not. They're not telling you that once you have the vaccine, you can't get COVID. They're telling you that your very survival is based on having that vaccine. Your survival is based on having that vaccine. Long-term effects from getting COVID, your chances of dying are lowered. Not zero, just lowered. It's the reason why COVID is affecting the unvaccinated, especially now children, so much harder than before. And it's like, why can't we see that you, the unvaccinated, did not create herd immunity? You, the unvaccinated, do not. You're the reason that this is spiraling out of control, and there is no end in sight. You're the reason for boosters. We had a small window, tiny, because of the vaccine coming out. We had a very small window of how many people could get vaccinated to create herd immunity and protect us from mutations and variants of COVID. Very small, and we missed it. We missed it by a lot. And I live in a state that is not pro or anti-vax, or I live in a state that's very pro-vaccine. That put forth an effort to get people vaccinated for the good of the freaking Commonwealth. My journey. Let's just switch gears, because I fucking hate talking about politics, and a freaking pandemic has become a political thing, and people don't realize how stupid they are. I read people who are dead don't know that they're dead. It's only everybody else that has to deal with it. And it's the same as stupid people. Stupid people don't know they're stupid. It's only everybody else that has to deal with it. That is all I gotta say about that. And this is truth. Your value as a stupid person doing stupid things, your value to society is that of a person who has passed on. Think about that. I'm not saying that you're not valuable to individuals or your family or your friends or anything like that, but your value to society is the same. I'm not saying that people who passed on don't have value amongst their family and things, but their value to society, their ability to contribute to society, to move forward, you know, is gone when you pass on. My value would diminish the second I die to society. Diminish almost instantly to nothing. This is the moment I die. And I see that just like stupid people, just like people who are idiots. Your value to society is nothing. You have no value. You're only a detriment. You're only a detriment, and you're only a hindrance to the people you love and the people who love you, care about you, and ignorance is one of the most devastating things to our society that I can even imagine. I can't imagine worse from a human being other than ignorance, because everything else that would seemingly be worse, we have laws in place to stop it and prevent it. But stupidity, ignorance, we have nothing in place that can stop it. And the people who perpetuate the stupidity and continue on with it, especially in the name of hate, I mean, you guys, I hope there should be a freaking special place in hell for you. Because most of you think you're going to fucking heaven. That's what makes it even. That's the biggest joke of it all, is that you think you're going to heaven. You don't even seek forgiveness for your hate, and you won't be. And if you don't seek forgiveness for it, you won't be forgiven for it. If you don't understand what the problem is, you won't ever have it. That is just fact. I'm sorry. I mean, if people get upset over me saying that, it's just I didn't write your Bible. I didn't write your Testament. I didn't write your Torah. I didn't write your Quran. I didn't write any of that stuff. I'm just saying exactly what it says to you. You're treating your neighbor as you would have yourself. You really must fucking hate yourself. That's all I can say to treat people. The way a lot of people treat each other, you really must hate yourself. I mean, hate, deep-seated hate for yourself to continue on like that. Because the amount of recompense that you'd have to do to earn a place. And then you get into where you're stupid, that you don't even know how much damage you do to the people around you. It's sad. This pandemic just shows it's not that it wasn't there all the time, but this pandemic absolutely shows what being like that, what living with all that hate is like. And whatever your religion is, whatever your faith is, and it doesn't even matter. You can say that whatever you belong to, wherever it is, the root of it is love, not all about love. And to do this means that you don't. So, like I said, if you believe in hell, there's got to be a special place for you there. Because if I go to hell, I don't want to see you. Then again, that would probably be my hell, is to have to deal with you fuckers for the rest of eternity. So I'll work very hard not to go there. My history. Let's talk about my journey. Has it been 30 years? It has. Well, it's back in the day, 30 years ago, and when most of you weren't even born yet. We got a lot of things to talk about. As a person, I died. I did not have the tools, the ability, I was, it's better to burn out than fade away. So I was definitely on that type of journey in my life. And it has been going from that place where I could be accused of something that I'm not even involved with, but just because people hated me. It's the reason why I know hate very well. And I know that's why I said what I said earlier. But people who hated me, who didn't even, I'm not even involved, not even part of their life in any way, shape, or form. But they hated me because a lie or whatever. And the attempts on my life have been, at that time, were absolutely horrendous and horrible. And I accepted that as my fate. When I was in the hospital, they and survived. I didn't have any. Like, it's funny thing about it, at the time, I would tell you that I was in the worst pain possible and I was in the worst place, but my appendix ruptured, and that was definitely, that definitely trumps all of that. So, but at the time, it was the worst pain. I was in the worst pain that I could possibly feel. I was battered, I was bruised, and I was tired. And I met a priest who I, later, learned that they were a brother. They were part of the Franciscan order. They were, not your typical priest, but priest on. And they were reading a book, and I want to think it's called The Good Place. Whatever the book was, they let me borrow it actually, and I've read it. And so here I am, forgetting the name of the book, but they were reading this book, And I had awoken after not one, but after a week of trying to survive and finally giving up. And I looked at this, kindly old man, reading his book, and I cursed him out. And probably was not the best way to make a first impression on somebody. And he listened to me. And he even said, I obviously you have a lot of anger. And I was in total agreement with him. And I didn't want any of his salvation or any of his hokey pokey stuff. And why can't I just die in peace? And he says, he's not here. Not here for any of that stuff. He was just called in because the chaplain or priest who was at the hospital, the one who was assigned to the hospital, had a medical emergency. And he was called in, and he was just a replacement. And basically, I can just go ahead and die. And no reason to stop it, no reason to help it. And I have to realize at the time I was going in and out of consciousness and stuff like that. My connection to this person, sparked a friendship that lasted, now that I think about it, almost 30 years. So we were very close. I had never taken back up my faith in Roman Catholicism, Christianity, and I believe he respected me for that. The one good thing that, because we talked a lot, so I don't even want to get into all the conversations that we've had, but the one good thing that I had for him was an absolute respect, because his faith wasn't what he preached, even though he did preach. His faith was what he showed. He lived it. He lived his faith. And in a way, and even for many years, I envied that. But envy is probably even the wrong. I realize that it's also I'm on my own journey to find it. And he passed on, a few years back. Maybe it wasn't 30 years, so a few years back he's passed on. And it absolutely broke my heart. Um, but that change in my life um, really has set me on the course and the path. Yeah, I had a mark where, I've had several major changes in my life. Those every single one of those, and it's marked by three people. What does that have to do with being a streamer? Um, I until meeting him and having a direction, I didn't know what my talent was as an artist. I couldn't see it. Yes, I told and wrote stories. Yes, I painted. Yes, I sculpted. Yes, I did all those things. And you name it, I had a hand in it some way, somehow. But did I think that I was creating art? Did I think that I was creating something greater than myself? No. Um, that, you know, he inspired me and almost relished in the fact that I had the ability to be my own person, follow my own path, and do have a journey that has spanned basically a lifetime. So here I was. I had already lived an entire life, and then I started on another life. Um, that um, creativeness of me again lasted about 20 years. Um, and at the end of the 20 years, it was still kicking and screaming and wanting, and um, I didn't want it to die. Um, but for my survival, I had to let it go. And was it the right decision? It might have been. It might not have been. Um, would I have taken all the jobs that I've had since then? Maybe. I mean, I'd worked a lot of different jobs beforehand, so you know, throwing myself into all these almost nonsensical jobs and things like that, and having opportunities that life my that put my life on opportunities that would have put my life on hold. Instead, I decided to have my life continue. Um, those things happened for me, and it letting that artistic side of me go and letting it all kind of like just sit. And that's been about 10 years. um well, now almost 11 years. So now you can see how my life's been going in increments of 20 years. And there's lots of different things that are going on with each of those different lifetimes, but I feel like I've lived an entire lifetime in 20 years. And but now I'm at the um, gotten to the 10-year mark, and I saw, about last year, about this time, that I thought I could be satisfied with having a very small my tribe, almost tribe of one, but a very small tribe, very close friends and very close people that I'm connected to, and everything like that. I actually saw that as what my life was going to be. And that pretty much everybody else in my life and everybody I was connected to would pretty much be like an associate, Um, Fight Club calls it a single serving friends. That's what most people in my life, and probably even including my family, had become. Was, what purpose did they serve, and how fast are they going to be out of my life so that I can have my life back? I had changed lots of jobs. I have moved countless times. And at the mark, like I said, about 10 years. I had realized I wanted more than what my life was offering. And I decided that I was going to re-embark on a journey that is, now over 30 years old. And we go into my lifetimes. My lifetimes go all the way back, and I started that with my first lifetime. The first time I was really hurt by people. The first time that I was really needed confidants, and I really needed people who weren't takers in my life. And the first time that I realized that that was what my life was, and that I did not even for a second, belong. And in my second lifetime, I have spent a long time still trying to, well, I guess I discovered that I did not belong, and I wondered who I was, because I was always trying to fit in. And like I said, that when I talk about the square peg round hole, that's what I was trying to figure out. It's like, where do I fit in? And I could not find any place anywhere that I fit in. So I had to create like I said, my own little group, and very rare, very, very few people even allowed in it. And so few people were allowed in my little my little thing that more people who were part of it have passed on than are currently in it. That's how small my tribe is. It is what it is. But yeah, so I really did spend a lot of time figuring out who I was, challenging my own beliefs, challenging my place in the world, and it got me far. It's brought me to a place where I seem like a normal person. Doing normal things that every average day people. I never would have thought that I would own a house. Barely even own a car. So that tells you how much I really cared about the material world, because they're very uninteresting to me. And most of it was given, so I didn't have to worry about like a lot of the ins and outs of daily living and stuff like that until recently. But when all I had to do was just create it, I thought it was magical. And like I said, seeing that go away and putting it on a shelf in order to be normal, it's a little heartbreaking, actually, if you really want to know the truth. And a bitter pill, as some people might say, but it does what it's supposed to do, I guess. I am, these 10 years, I had to figure out how to live these past 10 years. I've had to actually figure out how people do this. I mean, I know it sounds so stupid and it sounds so ridiculous even when I say it sounds ridiculous and stupid to me. I didn't know the basics. I didn't know budgeting. There's an adulting thing that I was always passing the buck on. Cleaning. That's something. Maintaining, maintenance, and all those things that people do every day. Common things. There was a Navy SEAL person who basically said, first thing you should do is make your bed in the morning. And I realized like something I don't really do. And I try now, but I don't really make my bed. But I try. Basic everyday things. Picking up, I can go around here. Look, I still have toys just hanging out in the library because I used them for pictures. I didn't put them back away. They're all still here for no reason whatsoever. And yeah, I mean, Cuda has her Halloween outfit on, but you know, that's something that I did. It's just what it is, you know. I'm still learning it. I still don't know. I'm still bad at it. I suck at it, if you really want to know the truth. I still can't comprehend the fact that if I work really hard and, you know, put in good weeks worth of work, or 2 weeks, you know, as I get paid every 2 weeks. But if I put in 2 good weeks of work and I work hard and I work every day and I, you know, do all the things I'm supposed to do, you know, it'll get reflected in my paycheck. And this doesn't. Bullshit. And it's not their fault. It's my fault for thinking that way. I think that's why I hate the job more than I should. Is because the reward that I think that I'm supposed to have, you know, what, you know, the exception of all the freaking, you know, them, you know, stealing my hours from me and all the other bullshit that they do, with the exception of that, just the regular everyday bullshit. What I think that I'm supposed to have, and they don't give it, and you know, I'm upset by it, and they're like, "Why are you upset? You know, at least you have a job." It's just the job, and my love for it, my care for it, you know, is zero. The fact that it, you know, stifles me, puts me in a box, and I have to do like everybody else does, and everybody else who's come before me, and everybody else who will come after me. I have to be that one, and I have to go in line, and I have to march to their drum, and I have to do it like that every day. I can't ever like that. I can't ever want that. I wouldn't want that for anybody. How does that show you who you are? How do you become a person when you're just a fucking number to everyone? How do you love without passion? How do you do? How do you continue? Like, these are the things that I struggle with. I struggle. Like I said, there's some people I know. It's acceptance and moved on, and maybe that's it. Maybe I just can't accept it. I can't accept that this is my fate. This is where I am. My joke stream. If anybody who's watched it, because it hasn't gotten a lot of views, and there's very few people that have actually seen those things, and this thing, worst birthday ever is almost on all the titles and everything like that, and my early videos and my first video and all those things. It was a joke. I did it as a joke. I did it as for comedy. I did it because I was upset because of the fucking pandemic was continuing on and it was no end in sight. That's why it was done. Ruined my birthday. I was supposed to be at fucking Disney World. I was supposed to be in the happiest fucking place on earth, and I wasn't. And I couldn't even fucking afford it to begin with. And that's the actual honest truth. So and what really boils down to, because I talk about like how wonderful it would have been and how it was so ruined and how everything was so bad and blah 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 blah. But the truth of the matter is that I would have been with a bunch of people who don't know me, don't really care about me. Maybe maybe a few of them care about me, and maybe a few of them even love me, but they definitely don't know me. They don't know how much I'm hurting all the time, how much basically life has basically sucked for so long. But yeah, we get to the joke stream. So I did it as a joke. It was here I am with it's been 7 fucking years. 7 years. 3 years after the demise of my creativity, I start up a freaking YouTube page to stream, not to watch, not for me to sit back and watch videos. I could care less about most YouTube videos anyways. Most of them suck. And you could probably say the same thing about my videos. But yeah, so I start this thing up. And something amazing happened. I found it funny. I found that I could do a long joke. That I could continue this comedy. That I could be a typical streamer, and since I saw a lot of streamers singing, I could sing too. Why not? Let me just do that. And so the early songs I did a bunch of my favorites, and they came out horrible, and the video quality sucked. I started using a webcam. I had this Chromebook sitting doing nothing, but instead I decided to use a webcam because I thought, oh, I've had this webcam forever, but it's got to be better than what the freaking camera on the that's installed in the computer. My Asus laptop, that camera sucks ass. And I think that I think I shot my 100th video with that camera, and if you see that one, you can actually see the complete degradation from just this one. And this camera is not that great either. This camera is a standard freaking no high def, no nothing. I'm probably pixelated right now. All that fun stuff that goes on with the recording, and sometimes the sound quality drops out, and sometimes it doesn't even record. My Fast Cars, my Tracy Chapman parody, perfect example of like what hell happens when freaking YouTube fucks. And it seemed to go faster, and then it seemed to slow down, and then it paused, and then it stopped, and then it then it jumped ahead, and I was literally trying to sing lyrics same time as I was watching the freaking bouncy ball. Actually, they were scrolling through their lyrics, and it was just literally like, and I was just like, oh, this is, and Tracy Chapman has a nice cadence. Jimmy got a fast car. I don't know what I'm going to. And I was supposed to get into that rhythm and never did when I sang that song. And if you watch that video, you'll see what I'm talking about. Actually, you know what? Since we're at the 2-hour mark, this is probably going to interrupt the stream, so very sorry about that. But let's have some fun. Now, while I'm waiting for this to load up. Sorry. Let's see. Holy cow! I got the lyrics right here. Let's see what we got. Sorry for blocking everybody. You know, Do we want to listen to it? No, I don't think we want to listen to it. I think I already played it once before. Let's do something crazy. Let's go absolutely freaking insane. Look, it's already pausing, and I'm probably pausing. I'm probably wrecking my live stream right now. I hope I'm not. I hope I'm not wrecking it. So sorry if I am. Let's let it load a little bit more. I think what's intimidating about this, more than anything else, is that it's probably the most lyrics I've written. If you've seen my other lyrics, or even the other songs, a lot of times musically they are musically they're Sorry for the pause, everyone. Yeah. It's loud noise is 110, and it's reverse harem. And I don't know why I needed to look it up because I have the lyrics right here. But the music just messed up so totally and utterly. Let's actually close this. I forgot what I was doing. All right. Let's see if we can. Yeah, this should be. I'm going to do this from sitting down position, so I don't. I could stand up for it. You know what? I'm going to stand up. Yeah, we're going to stand up for this. You're going away. Oh, sorry for the microphones. No, don't. Yeah, you unplugged it. That's not going to help. 1 second. That is the problem with having see what we look like. See if we can do this properly. Oh. So this is how you do one take. You just let the camera go and all right, let's just go. Iron Mouse makes a harem. I want to find a way out of here. Maybe sing this song. Maybe someday she'll notice me. Nothing else would be better. Starting with flying, got nothing to lose. Maybe I'll be a part of something. Me and myself, I got something to prove. Iron Mouse makes a harem. I got a plan to be a part of that. I've been working on trying to be creative. Managed to make something I'm proud of. Happy you took the time to listen. Please make a comment so I can make the videos better and finally see what it means to be family. See, I got a small problem. Always losing, that's just the way it is. My body's too old for simping. I want to be young, maybe stay a kid. Not the first time I tried something like this. Maybe some get me in. I said somebody's got to be a sim. So without money, this is what I did. Iron Mouse makes a harem. Will it be large enough to fit me in? Mouse will make a decision. Choose tonight, am I in or told to go away? So I remember wanting to be in part of your harem, a little crazed. I hope I was enough to see the Twitch stream before us. And she'll go through the list and I'll feel less bolder. And the feeling that I belong. I had a feeling I could be the one, be a part of, be in the harem. Iron Mouse makes a harem. She does so much to entertain us, still ain't found. And she works online as a VTuber. I know things will get better. And she'll make her harem and find my home. I'll still make parodies and still wonder if she'll ever notice me. So I remember wanting to be in part of your harem, a little crazed, hoping I was enough to see the Twitch stream on before us. She went through the list and I felt less bolder, and I had a feeling that I belong. I had a feeling that I could be the one, be a part of, be in the harem. I want to do this. Maybe it will pay my bills. Iron Mouse will always stay lovely. See her stream, laugh and cry is what I did. I'd hope that things be better. Thought maybe in her harem I would fit in. I got many plans, ain't gonna stop now. And watch your harem, I wonder if it'll grow. A little crazed, hoping I was enough to see the stream on before us, and she went through the list and I felt less bolder. Had a feeling that I belong. Had a feeling that I could be the one, be a part of, be in the harem. Iron Mouse makes a harem. Will it be large enough to fit me in? Mouse will make a decision. Choose tonight, am I in or told to go away? And that's how you that's how you do a video. There we go. Oh. Oh. I think that's a great way to do it. And I love Iron Mouse, and she's wonderful. And I love her community too. So they're all wonderful as well. Very supportive. And she never did. Here's the funny thing about it. If she did pick her who's in her harem and everything like that, I wasn't picked, so but she didn't tell me to go away. But it's like I said, she will never stop being wonderful. So she has been as far as inspirations go for being a streamer. She I was when I decided to continue doing this, like a few things into it, I really got discouraged, and there is a lot of that still going on, and I was thinking that the I was thinking that my brain is not working. Sorry. No, I was thinking that, but just because she's a female, VTuber, that's the reason why people are flocking to her and people, are watching her and stuff like that. But when she announced that she was literally sitting on streams on OneTube or OneU, one of the streaming platforms where she originally started out, and she was sitting there with 4 people and 10 people, and never really growing her community beyond that. Before she transferred to Twitch, I realized like that is where I'm at, and it had nothing to do with her gender. It had to do with the fact that she was unique, and the fact that she did her own thing, and the fact that even the platform, like I joke around how YouTube doesn't get me and their algorithm sucks, and those are true. They don't get me, and the algorithm sucks because I'm doing my own thing, and I don't get me either. So, my 29 subscribers probably get me more than I do myself. I think that it's important that I always ask myself, what would I do? Am I doing this for money? Do I want to grow? Do I want to grow my community and everything like that under the guise that I'm going to eventually hit those goals where this could be revenue generating, and that this even goes to the Twitch stream? Do I want Twitch to be partnered? I think is what you become after a while. Do I want to be partnered and generating money and having the ability to earn a living from it? Is that my goal? Because will I lose? I think that I would lose in the long run. And yeah, there might be people, I could throw up a Minecraft. I can do Minecraft and freaking, play dumb games and stuff like that. And, all that insanity that comes along with it. And what for? Like, why? I have no real passion towards that game. And even the games that I like playing, I don't have any real passion for them. So will I be a gaming streamer? Probably not. Will I probably do games on it? Yes, that'll probably happen. But I might do cooking. I might do crafts. I might do, anything. I could be doing anything. But the truth of the matter is that I really just want to tell stories. I just wanted, I want to have long streams and tell stories. And, one of the reasons, And like with how long this video is, one of the reasons that I am doing 2-hour videos is because that is the recommended amount of time that Twitch recommends for a Twitch stream. So I need to practice to at least get the bare minimum done. And if I do more, and we'll move on from that. But yeah, I think you'll probably notice that my streams will get longer. The Santa streams, which are coming up, I think we're going to be doing like the 12 days of Christmas. So I think it's going to be starting on like the 13th or the 14th. I think the 13th. I think the 13th of December, and it'll be 12 days. Oh, maybe it's the 12th. Maybe we'll start on the 12th and we end on Christmas Eve because Santa can't stream on Christmas Day. But we'll check in with Santa. I don't know if he's going to come here or if we're going to basically do a Zoom with him. But either way, we'll figure that out. And I think I'm mind melting after doing 2 hours. So I'm over 2 hours. So I think that's a step in the right direction. I hope wherever you are and whatever you're doing, or whenever you see this stream, I hope you're happy. I hope you're having a great and wonderful time. And I definitely hope you enjoyed it. Sorry about my singing as always. But I love that song. I love the lyrics that I made for it. And as you can see, I messed up somewhere in the middle, and I thought I was doing pretty good for a bit. But anybody who, since nobody's watched this, so I'll probably know whether I did okay or not. I'll probably put in an extra loud noise. Just cause. And I'm not getting stopped. But yeah, I hope wherever you are and whatever you're doing, you're happy and you're safe and you're enjoying yourself. And I hope you definitely enjoyed my stream, and I hope everything is going swimmingly for you. Have a fantastic night or day or afternoon. I don't know when you're going to watch this, but as always, cool beans. All right, take care.